So I bet a lot of you woke up this morning, looked at the newspaper, waiting to see pictures of arrested Texas Democrats who didn't come back to do their job in Texas after last week when they absconded their duties. But of course, there are no pictures of that happening because it's not happening, right? No Democrats have come back yet, right? So they're still breaking quorum for the Texas House. So they can't do the redistricting vote. Yeah. And they're not coming back. They're hiding out in Illinois, which they got there on a private jet paid for by Beto O'Rourke. Beto, right? And again, once again, a bunch of big talk from Republicans in Texas about how, well, there's, the Supreme Court basically said we can arrest them to bring them back. And also we might be able to remove them from their posts, which is in the Supreme Court now. And we're going to send out arrest warrants for them. And everybody's like, wow, oh my God, are we actually going to see somebody get fucking arrested finally and face justice for their obvious fucking crimes and mismanagement of their duties as representatives of people in the United States? Of course not. Now, last week I did a video on Thursday saying that Friday was D-Day. That's the day they're supposed to be back. And I said, they're not coming, and there's not going to be any fucking arrests. And now the reason is, well, Texas didn't have jurisdiction in Illinois. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. So if I kill somebody in Illinois, right, and then I flee to Kansas, I'm safe. I mean, because Illinois didn't have any jurisdiction in Kansas. I mean, what the fuck? What can you do? You know what I mean? What can you do? We can't do shit. And so it's, look, I get it. Illinois refuses to work with Texas on this, so they're not going to extradite them, and Texas cannot go to Illinois and go get them. The Texas Marshals can't do it, and the FBI can't do it, even though there's, bullshit put out by the Justice Department saying, well, we're going to have the FBI work with us to find the Democrats. Dude, they all know where the Democrats are, right? The Democrats told everybody where the fuck they are, right? They're in Illinois. I mean, they're not camping out in the woods eating squirrels and shit. You know what I mean? They can't be that fucking hard to find. They trace their phone. You know what I'm saying? It'll lead you right to them. It's called solving crimes. But no, they're not. The plan was never to arrest Democrats, in my opinion, right? Because I think the plan was, we can put out the arrest warrants, we can make a big show of it, we can convince the last few dupes out there that still think we're going to actually ever do anything that shows any balls into thinking we're going to do it, and then come out with this excuse that perfectly makes it so we don't have to do it. And that's, well, Illinois won't work with us and we can't go get them, so they're safe. They're beyond our reach. Well, at some point, they're going to have to come back. And I bet you what's going to happen is they're going to come back and everything's going to be cool. Right? Okay, they came back. They didn't come back on the 8th of August like they should have. And they probably aren't coming back until this fucking special session thing is over. Right? And then there's going to come back and laugh in the fucking Republicans' face, middle finger to Ken Paxton and fucking Greg Abbott, and say, well, we're back now. What difference does it make? And that's where it's going to be left at. Right? That's what I think. So again, Democrats and the left and certain rich and elite people can commit crimes, abscond their duties, break the rules to their heart's content, and nothing will ever happen to them, right? Nothing will ever happen to them, right? They'll get some low-level shit from somebody once in a while, Bob Menendez. The people that I talk to that always call me too negative and too impatient about this accountability thing, which is the only real reason I would have voted for Trump if I lived in America, right? Is the reason would be, I want accountability for all these fucking crooked politicians, crooked criminals and motherfuckers that tried to take Trump down with illegal means, lawfare, the whole shit, right? That's my major thing. And I haven't seen any accountability for fucking anybody yet. Been a lot of talk, and that's what the Republicans did. They're still getting whipped over the Epstein shit, right? They want to show that they have more balls than maybe the House Republicans on the federal level, and they're like, well, we can really make them think we're actually trying to do something, and we'll tell the Democrats, look, guys, it's okay. We're not going to really arrest you, okay, but we're going to put out warrants that aren't going to be possible to get served because we know that Illinois isn't going to extradite you or anything, and then we're going to pretend like we can't really do anything, right? I'll be curious to see what happens in the Supreme Court of Texas, where they're going to decide if those people can be vacated from their positions. That would be at least something. At least something. But are they going to actually do it? You know what I mean? Are they going to actually do it? And I don't know. I don't think the Supreme Court's going to fucking go for that they can be removed. And the reason why is I think that the Supreme Court's going to say, look, these people were elected by citizens, and they are doing what they believe their citizens would want, the ones who voted for them. So that can't be considered a dereliction of duty. And so, no, you cannot vacate them for this. I think that's what that's going to turn out in. This is once again going to turn into a big F you to Republicans and the American people, where we all get told, look, guys, it's like always. Deep state and the deep state loyalists are untouchable, even in America. This illusion of democracy and justice and all equal under the law and blah, blah, the government for the people, by the people, it's all bullshit. All right? It's all bullshit. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to come out, even at the end of Donald Trump's term. All right? I think Donald Trump is going to have done way much more things, many more things, and better things than any American president in my lifetime. But if you really think about it, that is also not that high of a bar, because none of these presidents that have been president of the United States since I've been alive have really been that fantastic. Even Reagan, if you read about his presidency and find out some of the things that he did, wasn't the best thing in the world. You know what I mean? It was all right. It was all right. You know what I'm saying? Trump's presidency is pretty good. It's better than all right. All right? He's done a lot of stuff, but problem is, a lot of the stuff he's done single-handedly with executive orders, and unless that shit gets locked down, then if the Democrats ever get power again, they're going to reverse all that crap in 5 seconds. We see that accountability really isn't coming. Now, I don't know why that is. You know what I mean? I am starting to think that maybe Donald Trump does have a boss, right? That somebody else is calling the shots when it comes to a lot of when it comes to accountability. That's pretty much where it is. Trump can do tariffs, Trump can do all kinds of other shit, but holding these criminal motherfuckers in the deep state and the people around him and their loyalists accountable is not one of them, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Clearly. So all of you that think it's going to be fantastic when Bill and Hillary Clinton get called into Congress to testify about Epstein, there ain't shit coming out about that. That's the same kind of thing as this Texas Democrats thing. They set up a committee. They know that the American people want blood now on this. They want fucking blood. Want somebody's fucking head, right? And they're going to go, all right, Bill, Hillary, listen. It's going to be embarrassing, all right? But, hey, we need you guys to take one for the team here. We're going to haul you in. We're going to make it look like we're questioning you about the things that people know about. We're not going to touch the visits from Epstein to the White House when Bill was there. We're going to, kind of skirt around the edge a little bit and let you guys weasel your way out of it. And that's a good way to save your own reputation, because the last plebs will believe that, what you've said there is true because you're under oath. And nobody ever lies to Congress because nobody's above the law, guys. Come on. That's the story we tell them all. These dumb motherfuckers. Right? That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a dog and pony show like always. They're going to answer certain questions. The questions they don't want to answer, they're going to plead the fifth or just lie. And the Congress is going to go, well, it's a wrap. We interviewed everybody, and that's that's what more can we do, guys? Same thing as they're going to tell you about the Texas Democrats. They're going to go, what do you want us to do? We issued fucking arrest warrants. We filed a case at the Supreme Court to try to remove them. And, neither one of those things work, right? Our hands are tied. Our hands are tied, guys. So the Democrats are once again going to dog walk the Republicans as usual. Because if this situation was reversed, the Democrats will arrest first and ask questions later. They're not worried about is it going to stick or any shit like that. they are going to put heads on pikes, and then they'll see at the end, well, okay, we didn't get away with this one. But they don't give a fuck, right? They're ruthless and diabolical. One would even say evil. But I gotta tell you, if the Republicans do not start playing ball on that field, they are going to lose every fucking time. And sitting around like a deer caught in the headlights, hoping that the system will change itself, isn't gonna cut it. And the gaslighting and lying to the public is also no longer gonna cut it. So, what are you left with? Republicans are gonna have to start treating the Democrats as they have been treating the Republicans. Simple as that. So, big mistake. Again, talking big shit. We're going to arrest them if they don't come back until the 8th, but actually we're not going to do it because we can't do it because we don't have really any power. And even the power that we do have, we're too afraid to use. So, sorry, fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I mean, come on. Look, even if Illinois isn't working with him, is there not one Republican prosecutor or AG or district attorney or in all of Illinois, there's not one they can find that will go ahead and send their men to go get these Democrats and extradite their asses to fucking Texas? Come on. There's one. The Democrats always find a good judge. I mean, how do they do it? You know what I mean? They always seem to find a judge that's going to do whatever the fuck they want. Even if it's against the law. So, I mean, how do they do it? Republicans got to get creative, yo. Republicans got to get their shit together, grow a pair of real balls, not fake balls. Fake balls is when you talk a lot of shit and then don't do shit, right? That's the Republicans. That's the Republicans. Real balls is you don't really say anything about it and you just fucking show up in Texas with a busload of Democrats in handcuffs and then put that shit in the front page. That's balls. That's balls. This shit is bullshit. So, no arrests as predicted. No arrests. Deep State wins again. And their loyalists, of course, win again. So, we'll see. We'll see. The story will continue because, of course, there is the Supreme Court case which will decide if those people can at least be vacated from their positions, that at least it will have some very grave consequence. And but don't bet the farm on it. Probably not going to happen. So there we are. We're already on Monday, the 11th of August, 2025. This was the Insanity Report for today. And another day with no accountability. There we go. All right, people, take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow.